have looked elimination in the eye, and they are alive and kicking. And now the series to Game 6 in Indy, with the Pacer lead cut 3-2.
It's about to go down. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean, that's me. Jay Black, Sexy Mo, C-Chung, and celebrity guests that you get nowhere else. That's right.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do. Michael Sean wears tight shirts every day. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when the summer comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
Oh, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. May 30th. We done made it to another Friday. Another Friday. My therapist always told me you shouldn't live your life for Friday. You should live your life every day. And they were absolutely right. He was absolutely right. But if that's the case, you shouldn't have made the week so damn hard. You shouldn't have made it that difficult. All right, Jay Black's in the building early. Well, I guess I'm late. Jay Black's here when I start. That means I was late.
Yeah.
That means I was late. I was late. You know what? The Knicks won last night. The Knicks won last. That's right. We avoided elimination, and you'll be shocked when you hear my angle on this series. But until then, I'm going to dance some more. All right. Jay Black, hanging there, Cypher. Our prayers and condolences go out to my man, our people, our family member, Cypher, who lost his amazing pit bull of 14 years. That was correct, right? 14 years?
16 years.
16 years. Sorry about that, 16 years.
He had his own Facebook page. Check that. I had his own Facebook page, Out of the Pit Bull.
Well, can you move the damn comments so we can see out of the pit bull?
Yeah.
So we're sorry to hear about that. In all seriousness, I know how that's a family member. A pet is not a pet. A pet becomes a family member. Like I said, didn't know till I lost my dog Starks, named after John Starks, and I know how hard that is. They used
to dress up Otter, and he used to be. I saw Otter on Good Day Fox Philadelphia before, all dressed up. They let him dress them all up, put all type of stuff on them, outfits. But yeah, hang in there, Cypher. Hang in there, homie.
And y'all gonna think I'm crazy. I'm telling you, these dogs know. These dogs know. Good morning, Asha. Good morning, Boo. These dogs know. I can remember going through hard times, and I swear I know for a fact. My dog looked at me and sat next to me for no reason, just looked like it's gonna be all right.
They know emotions. Every time Lady Q hollers and raises her voice, my dogs start barking. Like they don't know what energy, they feel the energy. They know all that. They don't know if
we bring the dog on the show when Lady Q comes on. Can we bring the dog?
My dog get hyped. Like, wait, why are you hollering at him like that? Your energy levels are up. Like,
I'm telling you, Dino and Starks. Dino used to, when life was in turmoil, I'm telling you, I'd be sitting downstairs in the living room. That dog for no reason would sit next to my foot and just sit there and look like you're gonna be all right, Mike. You're good. I'm telling you, I had one dog, Starks, used to lay on my bed till I got home. And I'm talking about got home at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And when I would get in, he would jump off the bed, go to his side of the floor, because I don't sleep with dogs. I don't know what y'all do. I can't sleep with dogs. And he would sleep at the bottom on the floor at the bottom of my bed. When I walked in, I didn't say get off. He would just get up. He would lay on the bottom of the floor. Now, this is the crazy thing. Every time I walked in, he would lay on that floor. Every time. The day I found him when he had passed, why was he sleeping on my pillow?
Oh, damn.
Ever in life.
To be close.
He laid on the pillow. That was dog. I'm telling you. So when we say we feel your, well, I definitely feel your pain. J Black is callous. I don't know if J Black felt pain if any dogs passed. I think J Black just moved on and bought another one. And everybody was.
Well, that's my philosophy. Just get another puppy, keep it moving.
Cold-hearted man, y'all. He's a cold-hearted man, y'all.
Same thing in relationships. You get out of one, get into something else, get in a little new boo thing.
Cutthroat. He's cutthroat. This man doesn't do. He has no feelings. This man is a robot. Remember the scene in Rocky when they were like, "He's bleeding. He's human." That's Jay. If I ever see Jay bleed, I'm like, "He's human."
Shut up, Afro Queen. What up, DMV? What up, DMV? I should say Elon Musk has stepped down from Doge. So him and the bromance is over. Him and the Orange Man, they can kick rocks. She letting you know, Mike. Cypher said thanks everybody for the love. Man, so sorry, Cypher. Easing his grief. What up, Legs? Legs
Hey,
good morning.
tell us how many weeks we got before we can crack a joke. I'm kidding.
Before you start talking about sweatpants and
Once you talk about sweatpants, I'm gonna feel it's okay. Knicks and 6. Knicks and 6.
It can't be. If anything, we'll be in 7. If anything,
in 7. All right.
Good morning, Trendsetter. Good morning.
So, yesterday went to work, did what I did, and all that good stuff. My daughters, the twins. Monty was supposed to go. She couldn't. She had to do something for her sister. The twins went to go see Beyonce last night with Stacy. So they went.
That was the concert was in town yesterday.
They were at MetLife for 5 days. Let me tell you how much they gathering up this money just in case something happened.
Oh, damn.
I ain't mad. They've been at MetLife Stadium for 5 days.
What up, TP? What do you mean by for 5 days? It was a multiple day concert?
Yes. Beyonce has been performing at MetLife Stadium. She performed 5 days. For those who don't know, MetLife Stadium is where the Giants play football. That's a football stadium.
Like 30,000, 40,000, something.
Let me tell you, when I tell you they gripping up this money just in case. They gripping up all the money just in case. Just in case some shit go wrong, we're gonna make sure we copping all 5 days.
Well, the supply and demand. If they keep selling out, you keep adding shows. I get that.
I'm just saying that's 5 days of selling out 60, 70,000 seats.
Oh, that's even double what I was thinking. Okay.
Wait, you see how Mike abruptly ended the show? Yeah, yes, I did. Yes, y'all wasn't. Y'all not. Y'all not gonna make me late for work simply because y'all want to try to egg me on. I'm done. I'm done. And don't get it effed up. You can catch it again today. If at any moment, this could just
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend.
At any moment.
Any moment, just end the show.
Any moment. It could be 10 minutes from now. Y'all just get up on there. Good night.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend.
See you Tuesday. I'll see sidebar. Beyonce is beautiful in real damn life. I went to see her. Yeah, I stood next to her. Ha! Top that. See me. Catch me outside. So she went to MetLife. I'm surprised you even up, girl. And you probably going to work. Go ahead. That's a gangster. I like that. That's a quality in a woman that I like. Go out. Go to a concert.
And she one hand. So
you one hand.
Sign you up, right?
You a hard worker, intelligent, and you a one hand.
And she, she's still under 40. And she under 40. She still got some good years to go.
Oh, I should have dyed my beard this morning. I should have dyed it this morning. I forgot to dye. I'm getting a haircut today, so I don't normally do that. I'm going to be silent for a while.
She's driving. Miss Parker driving.
I mean, you're good. Be safe. Just listen. Otter lived a long canine life.
Yeah, for a dog, 16 years, that's a long life.
I know. That's a good thing. I ain't going.
Diane, good morning. Good morning, Diane.
Good morning, Diane. How you been? How's everything going? LaShawn, how you doing? Healing time, J Black. Healing time.
I mean, you gotta get another puppy, LaShawn. Let's keep him. We'll get another puppy.
Hands, right? Ain't she a one-hander too?
LaShawn
Is LaShawn a one-hander?
She Her name is there, but it's not a check mark.
Oh, we haven't believed it yet.
No.
It was Ash that came on and
Ash that came on and solidified.
She stated her case. She was like, "Damn, I ain't got no reason to lie. My body count is one hand. My body count is one hand." That's what I'm talking about. Yes, they are. She was in Chicago for a couple of days. My sister and niece went one of the days. Watch while you can, because there's a reason. There's a reason why this tour is going.
It's conspiracy. Beyonce hiding something. Her and Jay-Z is some conspiracy.
Even if nothing's going on, I think this might be close. You might want to see her on this one.
We love you, Ash.
Yeah, Ash. No. You fought. You won. You Johnny Cochran did. You said the glove don't fit.
The gloves don't fit.
He said the glove don't fit. I only use 5 gloves. I only use 5 different people with 5 gloves. LaShawn, send them your paperwork. So you gotta get verified and clear.
She gotta come on and talk. She got to come on and explain.
She gotta come on and let us hear. I want to hear the honesty in your voice.
I want to hear the sincerity. I want to hear. We can pick up stuff.
Yeah. If you want to be part of the one-handed crew, it ain't easy to get in that elite. A lot of people a lot of y'all didn't even answer. A lot of y'all just kept it moving in the chat.
I ain't playing with them. All right, he's so stupid. Oh God.
A lot of y'all just laughed it off. Yeah, they crazy.
They crazy. They cool.
As in your mind, you were like 30, 32, 33, 34, 35. Some of y'all just said Mike is right. When I said we all been ran through, some of y'all was like, "Yo, he right." He absolutely
I ain't
right.
gonna hold him.
Yeah, I don't normally agree with him. Normally he would just be talking nothing gibberish. But today Mike going to something today, and and he right. It don't change anything. It don't put no asterisk next to our moral fiber. No, we good. Sean, that link is there, girl. That link is on. They play too much. There's no man on the list. Because we admit, Asha, we admit it. I've repented. I've asked for forgiveness. I've done my reparations. I got my reparations from God. I talked to God. I'm bad on that. My bad. I shouldn't have been like that. I wish I could have been on it. That's an elite list. That is a high 1%. All right. So as you see, yes, it's sports rig. So this happened last night, and I realized the only way y'all will take me serious about some of my statements is when it doesn't shine a good light on me. It doesn't shine a good light on me. Hey, let me get where's Dr. Aaron Smith his intro? Where is his intro?
Basketball.
Stupid dummy, Cash App, stupid dummy, financial rebel. There it is. Here we go. Dr. Aaron Smith driving?
Yeah, in the car. It looked like he in the car.
I'm tired to get your nose up and get ready to write down some facts with Dr. Aaron Smith.
You need to read and write.
What?
You got it? Yeah, he's driving.
I don't even think this is safe.
No, I'm looking straight. I got my eyes on the road. I'm like the listeners today, the ones that be tapping in. They be in the car sometimes. So now, I'm relating to the people. But I was gonna say I'm headed to the University of Richmond for an academic conference. I'm going to Virginia.
Oh damn, he gonna do a long. All right, so he gonna be more. We can't even get him hyped up.
Nah.
You sure you don't want to stop at a rest area or something for a few minutes?
No, I'm good. What's the deal? I've been following all the latest stories. International. I've been looking at Megan Lyon, all that stuff. Free Tory.
Megan Lyon.
I don't want us to go viral for the wrong reason. That's all I'm saying.
No. If you play any videos, just tell me what they look like. That's all. Just for those who can't look at the screen, give me one of those summaries if you play a video.
I do not want the show to blow up because you get into an accident live on a podcast.
The show blow up because you blow up.
Man, what the hell? What the hell?
Look, Cypher said if he see you, he gonna pull you over. He got hands free, Cypher. What are you talking about? He got hands free.
He looking direct. That's
10 and 2. 10 and 2. 10 and 2.
Oh, God.
But what's good?
All right. so I realize unless I say something or do something, and when I have a point,
Good morning.
y'all only take it seriously when it doesn't shine a bright light on me, when I don't get, when it doesn't benefit me. So last night this happened. The New York Knicks did this last night. They won this whole. They moved on.
Elimination in the eye, and they are alive and kicking. And now the series to Game 6 in Indy, with the Pacer lead cut 3-2.
Now I watched the entire game. Obviously, and I watched the entire last game. Jay Black, I have never watched a game where my team won where I was like, this shit is so rigged.
Oh, in reverse. So you let me hear this.
Dog, I watched that game and I said, really? The last game, some of the calls were so bad that I didn't even complain about it because I'm like, if y'all don't care, I don't care. Like, literally, somebody ran over Jalen Brunson, ran him over, and they called nothing. One of our players got smacked in the back of the head. He stopped playing. He went up for the layup. He stopped playing. He was going to walk to the free throw. Nothing. Then all of a sudden, we come to New York, and I'm like, what the hell happened? So let me just read you some boring stats that some of y'all ain't going to care about. Tyrese Halliburton, in the game before this, had an amazing playoff historical game. 40 points, triple-double.
Killed it.
Okay. He played 32 minutes. Sorry if I'm boring y'all. I just want to get this off my chest. He played 32 minutes in that game. Let me get his stats. Let me get his stats from the amazing game that he had. He played 32 minutes, Jay Black. He shot the ball in 32 minutes, in 38 minutes, 23 times. 23 times.
Okay.
23 times.
That's a lot.
Last night, in a game that if they win, they go to the championship. They're playing in Madison Square Garden, the Mecca, where people's legends are made. Reggie Miller is famous right now for the amazing shit he did in Madison Square Garden. He's one of the most recognized NBA former players because of what happened in the Garden. With the same team. Last night, in that elimination game. Yeah, the whole thing. Spike Lee, the whole thing. Yesterday, Tyrese Halliburton, after coming off a 40-point game in Indiana. You know how many times he shot last night?
15.
No.
10. I'm just guessing.
He shot the ball 7 times.
The superstar player for the opposite team. Okay.
The superstar player shot the ball 7 times.
Well, maybe the Knicks had a defense to stop him. Like, you know, like the Eagles, like, yo, we got to stop Saquon. You can't let him run. So maybe they put a plan in place to shut Tyrese Halliburton down. That's why he couldn't get a shot.
I watched the game. They did nothing.
Oh, okay.
They didn't run a double team at him. They didn't get the ball out of his hands.
You Mike and this conspiracy. So the NBA players, you know, I'm not going to shoot the ball. We don't want to win this game. We want to take it and win it back home in Indiana. We're going to get another game check. We're going to add more hype around this. It's all a setup.
The Knicks were up by 20. While they were making a run, guess who was on the bench?
Tyrese Halliburton, that superstar, huh? That's what you're going to say? So the other teams involved too. The whole NBA is rigged.
They literally said him while the team
the NBA
in a
is
game
rigged.
that they can this is a team that came back from a 15-point lead with less than 2 minutes left in the game to beat the Knicks. He had him on the bench.
It's a setup. NBA is rigged. Let's bring in our other guest. Kamari's here too. Let's bring in the finance rebel too. Let's bring him on in. Kamari, get you caught up. Mike telling you how the NBA is rigged.
Good morning.
And it helped his team out. He's still upset. So the Knicks won. Mike's still upset.
And I looked at the TV like, I'm not stupid. I've been trying to tell y'all that these leagues are rigged. I'm going to give you another example on how they're rigged.
Oh, I forgot to get the trash out.
You're not the only one saying it too, Mike.
The Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills played in the AFC Championship. The officials blew 2 calls where all they had to do was mark the ball. They said he didn't get the first down. The whole stadium thought he got the first down. The announcers thought he got the first down. They didn't do it once. They did it twice. Do you know 3 out of those 4 officials were fired in the offseason because of how blatant the shit was? And not one story came on? Not one story. Dog, my team won last night, and I know this is bullshit. My team won.
Too much money involved.
Y'all so busy worried about boxing. We've already known that. At least you got a shot to knock the person out. Like, this is ridiculous, yo. When my team wins and I look at the TV, I just turn the TV off. And do you know what Charles Barkley said? Charles Barkley, after the game, said, yeah, they played like they didn't even care. Charles and Shaq said, yeah, I agree. They just didn't care. They didn't want to go back to Indiana. What team doesn't want to win and go to the championship in Madison Square Garden and beat the Knicks? Dude, I like, y'all can't even allow me to enjoy my escape from reality. Y'all have screwed that up. Y'all have screwed my little 2.5 hours of just forgetting about bills, forgetting about stress, forgetting. Y'all have ruined that. Y'all, this is great. Come on.
So should I say sorry for your loss then?
No.
I mean,
he's happy that they get the extended series.
I don't even. Look, I'm not even. I enjoy, literally. Jay don't know how to do this. I enjoy the game and I get amped during the game. I get passionate. When the game's over, it's over. Like, I move on. I grab whatever. I grab my pad. I set up and say, oh, they lost. It's all good. But dude, like, if y'all really believe that these leagues don't influence the game, you have got to be kidding me. Like, you have really got to be kidding. If you think Russell Wilson on the 1-yard line decided to throw a pass when they had 1 yard to give the ball to one of the best running backs in the league to win the Super Bowl, if you think that was coincidence, you believe it.
Marshawn Lynch, okay.
Well, I mean, Beast Mode even didn't understand that, so maybe he messed up. I don't know.
The play gets overthink. You don't think. I told you before the Eagles lost the first Super Bowl to the Chiefs, they better win by 10 because if it's close, something's going to happen. And what happened? A pass interference out of nowhere that they hadn't called the whole game, but they said they kept it in their back pocket. We going to call it now. Got him. Listen, man. It infuriates. Listen, I'm over it. And we can move on with the show. I'm over it. But so if y'all... Go ahead, Kamar.
No, real quick, I was going to say that I feel J Black's pain. I think everybody else heard it too. He missed the trash today, so he might get in trouble. The wife might beat him. So prayers and condolences for J Black.
She suggested last night. I said, nah, I do it in the morning. You know, you put something.
You messed up. You messed up.
And then I hear the trash truck outside going. Like, it was no way I can make it. Like, but yeah, I missed the trash.
They come already? Did they come already?
Yeah, I just heard them. I'm like, oh, can I run? You know, it was no way.
Contemplating. I started thinking his eyeballs moving.
Like, can I make it?
Can I go?
Like they already there.
But sometimes when there's over here, when there's a holiday, because we have Memorial Day, when there's a holiday, it throws up the whole system. Sometimes they won't pick it up till Monday. But then you fucked up. Go.
Sorry, yeah, it's too late. I missed it. So now I missed it. I get it. It's my fault. I'm gonna go eat that. I missed the trash for the
literally.
This is real life. It's real life, people. I heard the trash. Like, oh, the trash.
Hold up, this is the same man that says, yeah, man does what a man does. We take the trash out, we change the oil, we make sure your car's right. We take the trash out.
It was kind of tired last night. I was like, I just do it in the morning. That's why we don't put stuff off, people. Stop procrastinating in life. Get stuff done. If you need to get gas, don't say I'm gonna get the gas in the morning because you're gonna be running late in the morning. So get the gas on your way home.
Nigga, please.
Oh God!
That's why I hit the road at 5 o'clock this morning.
Just in case.
You never know. I got to get there. But one thing I will say, Mike. The job at the radio station, working at FM radio, changed my entire life and perception on the world and gave me an intimate understanding of just how much people don't know in terms of this Matrix, Truman Show, Alice in Wonderland, rabbit hole type of illusion, right? They live. People really thought that when they were hearing the people on the air, that's when they were calling in. That's
Absolutely.
one. People really thought that the excitement that they heard was genuine every time. People really thought that we were playing songs because those were the best songs out. I'll stop there. I don't want to get in any trouble. But I'm just saying, when you work, once you see behind that curtain and you realize just how manufactured most people's reality and consent is, you could never go back. I used to be in line at a grocery store hearing people talk about us when we were joking, thinking we were serious, like it was a soap opera. And I'd be like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say that I'm Young Fearless and that we were just joking, because they're so engaged and attached to this so-called reality. Remember that time, Mike, where they thought that you were home and we were running the show, and we like acted like we were running the show or something, and you called in and you was like, y'all didn't wake something. You didn't wake me up something. We said people were thinking that was real and that the Takeover legend had all fallen out. And I heard people talking about this, and I was like, you know what? Let them enjoy it. Like you said with the basketball, let them enjoy this fake reality, because if they really knew how much of military, how much of their nightly news was all propaganda and fake, and politics and entertainment was fake, they couldn't stand watching a Diddy party, what happens behind the scenes.
No, they
don't want to know what really happens.
They wouldn't want to know that their favorite artist was not the most talented artist in America, wasn't discovered because it wasn't the Boys to Men story that happened all the time. No, it was a bunch of people. Go ahead.
It might have been the baby oil.
It might have been the baby oil.
Real talk, Jonesy. You know I was on with Miss Jones in Philly. She said I had twins, right? Just joking. All I know is when I hollered at Lady Q, she's like, didn't you just have twins? Shouldn't you be home with your babies? I was like, that was a joke she said last week. I ain't got So Lady Q thought I just had twins, and I'm out here in the streets trying to holler at her. I was like, no, Jonesy be playing. No, just people hear something on the radio, they think it's official. It's official. I heard it on the radio.
Have twins.
Yes.
Dude, 2 kids on you. 2 fake kids you had there.
Miss Jones be playing.
But that is the fake reality that we live in. It's a fake reality. There's always a puppet master running the show. There's always a puppet master running the show.
The allegory.
But you look crazy when you say it. If you tell people you look crazy, and they get mad at you at the end for ruining it for them.
And even when other athletes come out and say it, nobody pays any attention, because that's why the NFL changed their name under law, entertainment. Under law, the NFL is entertainment.
Yeah.
So they can't be sued. It's entertainment.
The news did it too. The news can do propaganda stories. The ingredients on the back of packages. They used to say cheese. Now they say like Velveeta slices, because they couldn't say cheese because they didn't qualify as cheese because all the chemicals and bioengineered ingredients. So yeah, the whole world, whether it's the food you eat, the news you get, the entertainment you watch, the servicemen that you see going to war, everything is manufactured and propagandized, and nobody really wants to know how true. Because people have been talking about Diddy for 20 years. They were talking about R. Kelly for 20 years. Like you said, people don't want to know the truth. We just want to see the award show. We don't want to know how the after party really goes down. We want to act surprised when we find out, like it wasn't in our face for 20 years.
You mean to tell me fair and balance really isn't real?
How do that many people from a network get jobs in an administration after working at a network that had to pay $800 million to admit that they lied?
Fox News.
And don't forget the sexual harassment with the dude in charge when it was, all the women, he had to step down.
Yep.
Let me tell you let me tell you, it'd be so in our face. McDonald's had a commercial that they took off where they bragged about the quarter pounder being the sandwich that's made with real meat.
Nobody believe that, right?
What were the other ones made of? They didn't say all of them. They said the quarter pounder.
Good morning, Shelly.
They didn't say the Big Mac. They didn't say the cheeseburger. I don't even want to do the math when you think about how many cows and how much how much beef is really eaten in this country. It don't even add up.
Cellulose, that's what they call it. Cellulose is the wood pulp that they put as a meat filler. when they're not using that meat glue that combines all the scraps to make it look like a prime cut. They got meat glue that puts it together, but they got cellulose, which is basically wood pulp that's a meat filler and makes the burgers, like Checkers used to sell burgers for $1. I used to wonder how, and then I learned, cellulose plays a big part of that.
No, you was behind the curtain at Checkers. God damn, all his myths have been destroyed. Working at the radio station, working. Okay, so guys, hey, we got something to celebrate about. Yeah, boy, women. It's a fried real meat. Pause in there. I know.
He said it's just a distraction.
Jay Black, all the men on the show, we won.
What you got? We won?
I'm gonna show you this picture right here. What does it say? Rapper Offset is asking for spousal support from Cardi B amid their divorce proceedings. Cardi B's net worth is $100 million. Offset is $30 million. He don't give a damn that he got $30 million. Run them buckets.
That's how the women do. It's only right. Let's go, Offset. She got it. She out here with Stephon.
I'm about to do the same thing.
She out here.
Run them buckets.
I'm about to do the same thing.
And I love. I like Cardi B. Aaron Smith, Dr. Smith, you got hope, Dr. Smith.
My contract is up at the end of June. I'm going to run with that unemployment routine. I'm going right to the next hearing talking about I have no job.
I need modification. We need to rediscuss
I need money. And to help with the kids, I need money.
$30 million. Kamari, $30 million. Shout out to Black Love.
Wonder if that's the only
Shout out
reason
to
why he
Do it for Tory.
Do it for
Tory.
When they got together, wasn't Migos popping bigger than Cardi when they first got together?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Her career.
Yes.
But they didn't sign no prenup, so what's going on now that matters. Ain't no paperwork signed.
This is why she was stupid. See, Will said that's why she was stupid.
Is Travis Hunter stupid? Was Travis Hunter stupid?
Yeah.
Let's keep that same energy. If Cardi was stupid, and Travis Hunter's stupid right now too.
Run them pockets. Cardi, run them pockets.
Mary and Kendall, Mary J. Blige and Kendall. They married Payne Kendall.
Britney Spears background dancer sued her. Well, he wanted money.
Halle Berry, Kevin Federline, K-Fed. He was caking off Britney for a minute.
That's right. Yep.
Run them pockets. Run them pockets. Run them pockets, bitch. Run them pockets. Run everything.
No guidance. No.
So there's only lint in your pocket. Run them pockets. Run them pockets. Run them pockets. Run them buckets.
I have no idea who that is. Offset is from a rap group called the Migos. He married Cardi B and they had like 3 kids?
Something like that.
So she got full custody of the kids? I don't even know who got the kids.
Who cares? Run them buckets.
There you go. They have 3 kids.
Run them.
So is that the cheat code? Is that the play? Find you a lady who make more money than you, then marry her, then divorce her?
Man, listen, they had 3 kids. Any money he thinks
No, marry out of love and don't sign no papers.
She ain't taking that.
Marry for love, don't sign no papers, and if she ends up doing better, then you do what they do. That's all.
How's she gonna get child support when she worth $100 million? She got more money. She might want to. I don't know.
Travis Hunter's a football player. He just came from the college. He just got signed to the pros.
Hey, don't worry about all that, girl. Just run them pockets.
And he got a little young girl that well, they both young. That she said she didn't like him.
Welcome to the Holy Tabernacle.
Long story with them. But she married him. She said she didn't like him at first, and then all of a sudden she saw the potential. That's what people are saying. Then bam, now she married, and some people think pregnant. Some people think she's pregnant.
That's right, Ms. Edie. Run them
pockets.
Y'all be having parties.
He still has to support his kids. A lady keep laughing at him. He still got to pay child support. That's going to offset
not have to do shit. Run them pockets. He might not have to do shit. She might get $200 a month. She got $100 million. She more than doubles what he makes. Oh, he's stupid, but she is the preference. So listen, I don't think none of this is right. But when y'all start having parties and waiting to exhale parties, and y'all love to it, and y'all talking about run, that's
divorce parties.
Y'all have the infidelity, divorce parties, and y'all celebrating. Oh, he just got to learn. I want to live the same lifestyle I was accustomed to. Okay, run them pockets.
Well, the real crazy part is when they start making money after they leave, and it wasn't the lifestyle, but just the fact that the person is making more money now, they still come back and ask for more money.
Infidelity.
And I as a feminist, I just want to say I'm doing this for equality as well as for Tory, because I want everybody to be treated equal in the world, and I want men and women to be equal. And the same things men can do, women can do, and I'm an advocate for that. So on behalf of all my women out there, as a black male feminist, shout out to Offset.
And I like Cardi B. I like her. You gotta run them pockets.
This is what they wanted, right? This the equality they wanted. Everybody wanted equality. This equality. You get what you give, you get the same treatment.
Oh man,
don't stop the equality train now.
Run them pockets. Dang it. Run it.
Speaking of infidelity, oh god, what you got, Kwan?
Travis Hunter, I just looked him up. He gifted his bride a $600,000 car.
$600,000. G-Wagon. Yep.
Yeah, a nice G-Wagon too. Yeah, he
That's
got
a
it
smart
now.
investment. That's
the
a smart
second
investment.
overall pick in the NFL draft. He caked up. His signing bonus was multi. Like he good.
The girl that used to party and
players go bankruptcy after 3 years of being out of the league.
And he dancing. Mike just played a video. Mike played a video of him dancing the other day. Just as happy. He got his boot thing.
Happy.
He like, I'm good.
He's excited to run them pockets. Like he can't wait to run them pockets. He's excited. Look, for those who don't know, Travis Hunter plays defense and offense, and one of the dudes was like, "Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to play both sides of the ball in the NFL." He's already playing both sides of the ball. Okay, never mind. Been playing both sides of the ball his whole life. No, women wanted to have the choice to be equal. There are plenty of women who want to be a stay-at-home mom. Not today, Jill. Not today, Ms. Woods. Not today. Not today. Lady Q, that's true. Both ways. It's deserving. That's the game y'all want to play. What did you want to put up there, Jay Black?
Well, no, he said something about infidelity. It reminded me of this clip I saw. This dude came home early from work and caught his girl in the bed with somebody. But the problem was they got the kids. She had the kids on the floor. So I don't know who was right, who was wrong. Imagine you come home early from work.
So this is what you turned Jehovah's Witness for.
Turned Jehovah's Witness,
bro. And you got my kids on the ground, bro. You got my kids on the ground, bro. My daughter's on the ground. Winsor, a grown ass nigga like this. I'm not even mad, bro, but she gotta go, bro. I mean, she got DCF problems. She got all type of stuff, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is really crazy. This is crazy, bro. I don't know how you. Well, you know, it's that don't even matter, bro. But dude, she got 2 kids, bro. She like if you see my.
But so Shorty had the babies on the floor, Mike. I don't know. What we doing?
All right, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Fuck it. It's Friday. Let me tell you what type of pussy you really are when you let a dude get dressed that slowly in your house. If you catch him, let me tell you what type of pussy you are in real life. Mike.
Wow.
So you mad at the dude?
No. It's Friday. It's Friday. There's a whole bunch of moral judgments. There's a whole bunch of character flaws. But let me tell you, he did the right thing. I want to tell you, he did the right thing. But put that video up.
He said, "Bro, I ain't even mad at you, bro.
I ain't even mad. You ain't really. Let me show you.
You the random morning.
No, look at the slowness he's getting out the bed with.
Yeah, he moving in slow motion. Maybe he high.
Bro.
He looking for his
stuff. You got my kids on the ground, bro. You got my kids on the ground, bro.
What you say, Mike? He moving around slow.
Look at this. By the time you come back, that dude should be gone, right? He should be gone.
Yeah, he should be gone.
He should be gone by the time you come back.
Shoes on, he should be right at the door.
Look what he's doing when he comes back. Look what he's doing when he comes back. Look what he's doing. He still ain't even got his shit. He walking around the house, my dude.
This gives skit feelings. This feels like a skit.
It better be a skit. It better be.
If it is, we still play like it's real, Kamari. That's
nah, but she's fully dressed. He's walking around.
She wasn't fully dressed yet.
No, that's child abuse, though.
Yeah,
no, dude look like he just got woke up. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
I'm telling you, I want to be on the record. He did the right thing by being calm.
Lady Q agrees with me. Yeah.
But let me tell you
it's a skit. It feels like a skit.
It definitely does, but we normally play along with it because a lot of this stuff we don't even know.
I'm sorry. I'll be messing.
But it don't matter. It don't matter.
Sorry.
The fact that you use the kids in a skit, you should lose the kids for using the kids in a skit.
Listen, they gotta go all out.
Yeah, it was still a real baby. It was a real baby on a real floor.
Yeah. On a real.
It was a real baby on a real floor, so I don't care about nothing else. Now the only question I would have I wish we were still in the studio, Mike, because before the show I would have went in the booth and I would have asked where them kids at. Whoa, you got my kids on the floor. Kids on the floor? Where my kids at? Where they at now? Kids boots on the ground, kids on the floor. Oh, that'd be a good remix right there.
Well, since
and the baby looked like he was waiting to get picked up. The baby was like,
wait, what's going on? Here I am.
The baby knew something was wrong.
The baby was like, you don't
know him? The
baby
looked uncomfortable.
The baby was like, he been here. He been here his first time here. We know what we got to lay at when he come over.
Why they put one baby in the crib?
The baby like, finally.
Never mind. I ain't gonna ask them.
He said one baby in the crib, one baby.
Look, we got a real witness. Ms. Wood said my ex did the same thing with my oldest.
Oh wow.
Thanks for being honest. See, we love this show. People, they honest. They be sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, the real thing. Well, Mike said he should have been lumped up just for slow
the disrespect of getting out the bed slowly. Like I don't know how long I could have taken somebody being in, and I don't know if that's their house or if that's just her house. If it's just her house, maybe I get it. But in my house, if that would have been your house. But
dude got out of bed with
I know somebody.
No sense of urgency.
No sense of urgency. Usually, you get caught cheating at somebody's crib. You rush it. You're like, damn.
You know, let me get out the way real quick.
Let me get out of here.
I don't know if you got the strap.
Yeah, let me let you handle you and your shorty. But I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. My man was slow flowing.
But I know somebody that went through that who's really normally reserved, who did resort to violence. So you're right. You're absolutely right. I know somebody who don't even act like that, but who caught his lady in a situation and he ended up catching a case.
Well, you want to catch the case.
Crime and passions are real. So
because for this individual right here,
crime passion is real.
That individual right there, I'm not reaching for nothing. Like it's just going to happen.
With the one leg gun, you trying to put one leg gun. You would have rushed him right there.
If you happen to be the 6'2" one, that's when I go get it. Never mind. We're not promoting. We're not promoting that. We're not promoting that.
Mike ain't for that.
It depends if it's my house. If it's my house. Now it looked like they weren't. That was her spot. Still disrespectful.
No, he had keys. He walked in. He came home early.
But you know, sometimes the baby father still got keys. Ask K-Day. Sometimes the baby father still got keys.
K-Day catch us straight. I don't even know if she's up. K-Day. Yeah, her baby father probably do got keys on her crib.
I do got keys. Just pop in there. Yo, I'm here.
But my kids are there.
Yeah, I need to have full
access. My kids
access.
are there though.
Listen, you got to be able to change some light bulbs.
If my kids are there, if my kids are there, I'm catching a case. If my kids are there, I'm catching a case.
Anthony said, wow, the babies was nervous, but he was calm. That's crazy. No, it's crazy. It's a disrespectful thing. It's disrespectful. But Phyllis was doing, Dr. Aaron Smith was doing the actual remix. And yesterday we were talking about Miss the little.
Oh my God.
Oh, why am I?
Why am I in it? You catching them strays, K-Day. Your baby dad got keys.
Your baby dad got keys on it.
Maybe it's the combination code so they can get in. He know the code. He got his fingerprint work on the doorknob.
Your baby daddy got keys coming in. He coming to fix the dryer like this.
If you see me and you trying to see what's up, he wanna fuck with me, then I'ma have him stuck.
Oh, yo, look what she said. He does have his own code. I told her low. He got his own code. Because she can change it if she ever wants to. So she still got the power in her mind. I can change that code. I can take his 4 digits out, So
he just walk in. He just walks in the house. He just walks in the house with a tool belt, no clothes on.
If you see me and you trying to see what's up, he wanna fuck with me, then I'ma have him stuck.
Oh, we know, K-Day.
Oh man, y'all about to get me in trouble.
That's why I can't. That's why I told K-Day said, Mike, I would never cheat on you. Shit your ass.
If you see me and you trying to see what's up, he wanna fuck with me, then I'ma have him stuck.
Here you go, Asha co-signing. Yes, K-Day. No, wait, Asha, I thought you. What we doing, Asha? Who's Asha?
Come on, you know the ladies stick together.
What? Facts.
That's why today's show should be called "Run Them Pockets." Run them pockets.
She ain't in no committed relationship, so until they put a ring on it, she can do what she.
Got it. Yes, K-Day.
And that's why I say do it for Tory.
Do it for Tory. Do it for Tory.
We need a movement too.
Real quick. Do it for Tory. Let me write that down. Do it for Tory. And do it for Tory. Dr. Arron, he was talking about the remix to Boots on the Ground. And yesterday I told y'all that this little girl is being paid. Her mom is being paid so grown men can take pictures with her. And I think a lot of y'all didn't believe. Yeah, a lot of y'all didn't believe what I was saying. Well, here's one of the situations where this is an actual person who posted taking a picture with the little girl right here. And the caption reads, "I finally met Miss Boots on the Ground. It was tears behind those glasses." I'm sure he didn't mean no harm. Don't tell me ain't something wrong with having a 4 or 5-year-old girl now getting paid to take pictures with grown men. Don't tell me. Don't play with me today. Don't come with no defense mechanisms. This is ridiculous.
I saw a video of Blue Ivy gyrating and spinning and twerking and doing all that. You don't say that about Blue Ivy, and she's what, 12, 13 years old? So what's the difference?
Everybody's jumped on that. I'm not getting, look, 12, 13. I'm not talking about parent. I'm talking about
a kid, right?
No. This is a big difference between Blue Ivy on stage and this right here.
LaShawn said the picking up is what's crazy. You can't be picking up the 4-year-old. African.
I thought that was her father.
Yeah, it felt like it was a family member that somebody knew.
I thought that was too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know they're getting paid for meet and greets. They're getting paid for Miss Shirley having appearances. They getting paid. But I guess, the picking up part.
And then they were talking about Dr. Aaron Smith said, do it for Tory. Well, they finally released some footage, some audio, and some video of Megan being talked to by the cops immediately after the alleged situation popped off. And this is it plays a few times, so y'all can watch it and see the clip.
I cannot have that on my image. Okay.
You got shot?
I didn't get shot.
Oh, you did it?
No, ma'am. I mean, no, sir. So how did that happen to you?
Glass.
Glass? Where?
Where we was coming from.
Go to jail. Okay. I cannot have that on my image. Okay.
You got shot?
I didn't get shot.
Oh, you did it?
No, ma'am. I mean, no, sir. So how did that happen to you?
Glass.
Glass? Where?
Where we was coming from.
Go to jail. Okay.
Did you get shot? No. Listen, I just don't. Maybe the gangster in her is amazing that you got shot in the foot and you can actually have yourself in your mind be like, yeah, I don't want this on my image. But you got shot in your foot. I don't know. I never been shot before. These men drove hundreds of miles to meet and hug on the little girl. Something is wrong with that. Yeah, absolutely. Don't pick up my door. There's going to be a problem. Absolutely, Anthony.
Thank you.
Other than two grandfathers, 2 uncles, I got
cousin maybe. Yeah, that's weird.
Two
very
human
weird.
beings, two male human beings outside of that, Jay Black and Rob, have ever touched my kids and picked them up. Ever. And now you charging and you wonder why services are being called and you
Ash
don't
said
get
she
the
ain't never
problem?
heard that clip before. Ash, like you
Oh,
should
you
have
never
been
heard
part
the
of the
making clip? You never heard it? Yeah,
you should have been part of the jury,
hear it?
whatever, defense team.
I cannot have that on my image. Okay.
You got shot?
I didn't get shot.
Oh, you did it?
No, ma'am. I mean, no, sir. So how did that happen to you? Glass. Glass? Where? Where we were coming from. I go to jail. Okay.
Lady Q said they still found them guilty. This ain't new information.
Yeah, because they suppressed evidence. I hope he gets.
Yeah, but it was
trial.
known that she allegedly lied about it because she didn't want Tori to get in trouble.
Yeah, that was her
Allegedly.
story. That was her
Allegedly.
alleged story. I was protecting all of us. I don't look like in that situation right there that anybody needed protecting. If I got a bullet in my foot, and your story was he said dance, bitch, dance. Guess what? I'm telling. But hey, who knows? Who knows? Because I know everybody goes, yeah, because this situation, that's it. He ain't shoot that girl. I'm gonna just put that right here. He ain't shoot that girl.
Listen, but with the whole no snitching culture,
Wait, Mike. Wait.
I mean,
Y'all don't got the other clips? Wait. Y'all don't got the other clips. I thought y'all had the other clips. There's a clip of her stepping out of the car.
Oh yeah.
There's a clip of her stepping out of the car onto the bottle, the broken bottle. You can
That she
audibly
tossed out.
hear the glass crunching. You can hear the glass crunching, and she begins to limp. Then the body camera on the officer shows 2 full footprints of blood right next to the broken bottle where she stepped out of the car. You can hear the glass crunching, and she begins to limp. This isn't up for debate anymore. There's audio from the store, from the Ring camera. We hear the succession of bullets that directly match what both bodyguards have said. 3 shots, then 2 more after a pause. You never hear anybody say dance bitch. So that's debunked. So she lied about sleeping with him. She lied about the glass. She lied about what he said. The bodyguard, then the witness, his testimony is online now too, audio, and he says the girl was shooting. The girl was shooting. What are we doing at this point? The conversation is done. But people are still talking stupid like, oh, Megan, oh, but women. No, she needs to be in jail. The man got stabbed 14 effing times, and we're still debating. We would not be having this conversation if some woman had got violated in prison from some dude lying. He'd be in jail. It gotta stop.
And listen, and there are tons of people, and with the still claiming that this may have happened.
His DNA ain't on the gun.
Yeah,
He said he shot the gun 5 times, Mike. Or the trigger. His DNA was not on the gun. 4 people's DNA is on the gun. None of them are Tory Lanez. 0.000.1 chance he did not fire the gun, or else his DNA be on it. They said he fired it 5 times while yelling "Dance B." This is getting so stupid.
And they do have
some Central Park 5 stuff. The DNA ain't there.
TMZ had the ring footage. TMZ had
the ring footage is there, and it is 5 bullets.
I did see that. Yeah. It was
It is
3,
5
and then it was a pause, and then it was 2 more.
Wow, I didn't know all that.
So once again, like I said with the NBA,
Let that man out. Yeah, Kirsten. Free Tory Lanez. Lady Q, make me a free Tory Lanez t-shirt. Free Tory.
The problem is
all you need is reasonable doubt.
The DNA though,
reasonable
no
doubt.
fingerprints, no bullets, no fragments. Like it's a whole lot of stuff that's real.
No,
but this is where Jay Black calls me a conspiracy theorist. But this is what they do to distraction. Somebody influenced that court to push this through. Somebody or some organization or somebody's influenced that court and use their influence to make this happen. This ain't just about a judge. This is about powers bigger than them that influence the situation.
But let me add something to that, Mike, because they had a willing participant in the prosecutor who, same with the Bill Cosby case, he wanted fame and all this stuff. There's something called an enhancement. I know a lot of people have nothing, they don't know anything about this case. There's something called an enhancement. An enhancement is when you have a regular charge, but the prosecution could decide to basically add to the weight of the existing charge to make you do more time. People kept saying, why would Tory do this? Why would Tory say that? If you know your DNA isn't on the gun, if you know that they can't place and if you knew the gun was pink, which a lot of people are saying, and it ain't your gun in the first place, you think you're going home and you're a multimillionaire. An enhancement wasn't given for people who murdered people and killed pregnant people. This prosecutor gave Tory Lanez an enhancement on the gun charge. That's why he's doing 10 years. So this whole rare anomaly of an enhancement for a case like this is something that never happened. This same prosecutor has not given enhancements to countless other situations where people literally murdered people. But he wanted to give Tory Lanez an enhancement. That's why, although he never been in trouble or nothing, he got 10 years in jail. Like you said, they pumped this, hyped this, pushed this through, and then added a little extra on the end of it. It's BS.
And
an enhancement? A gun enhancement?
And my thing is, they have to have there's a reason why this all got done like that. Somebody got something to put their neck on the line of rush this through and to lock this guy up. Then you're going to tell me when all this evidence is set to drop, when it drops, the day after he gets stabbed, and you're going to tell me that's conspiracy
24 hours.
too? That's conspiracy.
That's a hell of a coincidence.
Yeah, they had.
I mean, if not, it's a hell of a coincidence that 24 hours after you present, you get stabbed like that too. Not just a regular. I think the average stabbing is between 1 and 2 times.
They poked him up. They poking him. My man fighting for his life. Poking it. All them jabs are pokes. Stabbing my man up. It's a damn shame. Fighting for his life in prison. And he don't even belong there. Free Tory. Run, Tory, run.
Free Tory.
But this is my point of this. Why? See, y'all got to think of why. Why did they want this done? Why did they want him out the way? Was it simply because when he made the video saying he cracked the code, he cracked the game, he knows how to make this money with the NFTs and all this other stuff? I cracked it. Like, I got it. Like, there's a bigger umbrella over this. There always is. People just don't go on their own and go rogue and decide we're going to make sure we put this gentleman away. They had no, what was their motivation?
Was that a chain around his neck?
Yeah, it was a chain around his neck. Yep.
Oh, it looked like got 2 chains around his neck.
They usually don't allow jewelry in prison.
Prison's different.
Now they got phones, jewels.
I know they got phones.
Balenciaga sandals.
I ain't even know out of all that blood. Come here, like,
Balenciaga-
is that 2 chains?
I can't help it, man. I look at all the details. I'm sorry. I'm just asking questions.
Yeah.
But there's another part, Mike, from a historical standpoint. James Brown owned multiple radio stations at one time. Sam Cooke was involved with publishing before his suspicious death. There's so many instances, Michael Jackson with the Sony deal. There's so many instances of black artists taking more ownership of their publishing and their masters and having mysterious deaths that it's not far-fetched to say this is a continuation of the same history of black people owning stuff and then having a backlash and ending up with all the money going to the house at the end. Because in the end, Prince's stuff is going back to his masters with his masters, as Jay-Z said, right? I think he wanted his masters with his masters, right? So Prince loses all his stuff. Michael Jackson loses all his stuff. Sam Cooke loses all his stuff. Ray Charles, it's always some drugs. It's always some women. It's always a mysterious situation. Happened with James Brown with the domestic violence. Happened with Sam Cooke in the hotel. Some strange woman. It's always something that happens where it's like another Tory Lanez. It's always some woman that gets put on you, some case, and then you're separated from your money and your ownership. This is not this. It's happened for over 100 years now with black artists. Disproportionately, you don't hear these stories of white artists where they lose their whole catalog and lose all their publishing. It happens all the time with black artists. So I wouldn't be surprised, like you said, if Tory Lanez was on to something and they said put the regular plan in effect. You can have it for a little while, but we're gonna have it in the end.
So we gonna add Diddy into this?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm asking.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. And where's Diddy? Who was Diddy birthed from? Clyde Davis, who had multiple
and Andre Harrell.
and Andre Aguero. Clyde Davis, who is so crooked, if you look at his history in the business and what he got away with and the tax evasion, the multiple tax evasions that he got away with, and they do it over and over again in our faces. They don't care. We put two and two together. Kirsten put her, is that, I might be saying the name wrong. She said they do allow one chain. Quick funny story, y'all. Last time I took a little visit to the county jail. When we were in, and I had the orange jumpsuit, I didn't realize that they hadn't taken my chain off, and one of these young boys said, "Yo, they let you wear your jewelry," and I said, "Oh shit."
So that was when you and Jake Black got locked up when he crashed out.
No,
this
is a different John. How many times y'all been locked up?
No, he wasn't locked up with me.
I wasn't Mike with that one. No, he was on his own with that. Mike got nervous. Oh, they gonna come for me for my jewelry.
I said,
I was like, damn, y'all repeat criminals.
And I had it. It was the one I had the New York emblem, and it was tucked, but he said, "Yo, they let you wear your jewelry. They didn't take your jewelry," and I said, "This motherfucker."
He found out Mike Sean is a comedian. He's a thug.
No, not even close. You can have beaded necklaces in prison because they allow families and friends arts and craft supplies for you. Okay.
That's fine.
Well, there's another story we'll never get to the bottom of. Well, I mean, it is what it is. Clyde Davis is a monster. Clyde Davis is the one who had the party, the Grammy after party, while Whitney Houston's body was still in the hot tub, and it was downstairs.
And they didn't stop
the And don't forget the sex stuff, Mike. All this sex stuff that they're talking about with Diddy. Yeah. Everybody was saying this about Clive Davis for 30 years. All Clive Davis did was have one interview where he said, "Oh, I'm bisexual," and everything went away. That's all that happened. Clive Davis did the interview and said, "Yeah, I like everybody," and they were like, "Okay, Clive, we'll go get somebody else, get a black guy." But Clive Davis has been, even Quincy Jones, remember saying how you proposition Tupac and all that stuff. These stories been around Hollywood for years and years and years about the sex, drugs, and rock and roll and all that. But the only person getting in trouble is these new black billionaires.
Ashley Newman says, sold album on NFT for $1 and made millions of dollars in 54 seconds. Good morning, people. Y'all remember that video when he made it? I was like, what is he talking about with this NFT? He said, I cracked the code. Yep. I cracked it. It's cracked wide open. I was like, well.
He said, we don't need the labels no more.
We don't need the labels no more.
No more. We don't need the middleman.
You can release it whenever you want to release it.
You can't talk like that.
And well, we'll see where this story takes us, fellas. We'll see where this goes. I was trying to keep it lighthearted, but you know, and there is. I also have footage of two ladies who work in Hugh Hefner's mansion, and they're joking on a podcast how the lineup of girls, it was always something like you were like, damn, I gotta be 15. I'm 15 today, and they would just go in. Now, mind you, these were young women. These were young women. That's all I'm saying, but we ain't gonna get into all the whole situation. But then we got the viral moment. For those who don't know about the viral moment, young men were busting in a man's house. He let off. He killed one and injured others. It was, I think, 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And they actually arrested him. They arrested him and their parents who want to take him to civil court for killing their kids who busted in. This is some of the footage. Like, there's a whole bunch
explain that one more time.
Is this Soulja Boy? It's not Soulja Boy?
No. They,
sorry.
They claim it was a video TikTok prank, and they were kicking his door and ringing his bell. It's this TikTok thing where people do the ring your bell and dash shit, and it happened at 3 o'clock in the morning. And now footage is coming and showing what they look like when they did this. And this is some of the footage. I call it viral and gone. So here's some of the footage.
That a 27-year-old black man that goes by the name of Tyler Chase Butler has been arrested and charged with second-degree unaliving because 3 clear teenage boys decided to come by his house and was kicking his goddamn door in at 3 o'clock in the morning, kicking this black innocent man's door in. Tyler gets on the phone and called 911 to report a burglary and made it clear that someone was trying to get into his home.
Oh, this is
Michael Bowlesworth Jr. stepped his AWS on that man's property. He pew-pewed his ass and called the police and told them that he had already wounded one of them. The other 2 ran off. The police bring their tired asses to that 27-year-old black man's home. The man gave a play-by-play of what happened. He didn't do anything wrong. these motherfuckers was trying to get into his property. He was on his own premises, and somehow the detectives went and questioned the other two boys. And when they went and got statements from the other two boys, they told them they was playing a game called Ding Dong Ditch, aka Nigga Knot, that we used to play in the hood. And they told the police that it was a prank they were doing. And they were doing this prank because they wanted to go viral, because there was an actual page created on TikTok where people was doing it as a trend.
Well, they succeeded. They went viral.
That's a good defense. They tried.
But no, better yet,
but they said
the parents are actually trying to file a civil case for unaliving
against the shooter, against the
homeowner.
Play stupid game, get stupid prizes. God damn.
Then they went to the neighbors. They went to the neighbor, and the neighbors were sitting there going like, the neighbors were like, I feel bad for both parties. Just shouldn't do. They were like, you just shouldn't do this prank. Everybody watched their step. Everybody, because that's the society we live in. Everybody was like, you just can't do these pranks. They're dangerous, and we feel, and my heart goes out to both sides.
What did we learn?
No.
Play stupid game, get stupid prizes.
No, your heart goes out. Your heart goes out your chest when you kick somebody's door in at 4 a.m. That's your heart goes out. Your heart goes right out your chest from an AR. What are you talking about?
So they said they were.
But they said ding dong. They weren't ding donging. They were kicking. They weren't kicking the doorbell. They were kicking the door.
Ashley said they should have stayed home and did the call your boy and tell him good night TikTok.
Yeah, right.
Oh shoot! Wow.
Yeah, just call and say good night, sweet dreams, homie.
Well, Mike, can I ask a question about the clip? Mike, can I ask you a question about the clip since you've seen it more than me?
What?
Who had their phone out? If this is a prank, somebody must have been taping, right? I didn't see any phone out recording.
No, it was ring camera.
It was the ring camera. I didn't see somebody. I didn't see somebody.
I'm saying the ring camera should have captured whoever was getting the prank documented so they can upload the prank. If it's a prank, you got to upload it. You want to show people that you did the prank. It is a website for the prank.
Yeah, who was the camera?
Exactly. Get the hell out of here.
Let me see.
Ding dong dead.
Now, the question I have is the video that they're showing. I want to know if this is the actual video, because I'm seeing so many videos. I'm seeing a white kid got killed in some of them, and I'm seeing, so I'm not actually, it's madness trying to figure out which one is which and which one is this the actual.
Yeah, there's two cases.
Yeah,
one was white.
The 27-year-old black man
he's already
that goes by the name of Tyler Chase Butler has been arrested and charged with second-degree unaliving because 3 clear teenage boys decided to come by his house and was kicking his goddamn door in at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Where they cameraman at? Yeah,
I don't know. And listen.
Yeah, who taping? Who taping uploaded on that site? The prank site. They said they got a prank site, right? So who taped it? How was you gonna get it on the site?
I have no idea. I just listen, man. I don't.
I wish I was a prosecutor.
I don't wish death on
Ding dong
anybody.
dead. That's what he said. He said ding dong dead.
Ding dong dead.
You know what? When a report, if I was one of the neighbors in any of these situations, I would turn down doing an interview, because there's no way I wouldn't say what's considered the wrong thing. There's no way I wouldn't say. I would be like, nah, I'm good. Don't worry about it. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. But you're a neighbor. You're right. No, I'm good. Yeah. I don't even want to say condolences.
But do we honestly think there was a jury or a judge that will look at that footage and think that was a 3 a.m. prank with your face covered up, you're kicking indoors, and think that legit they were just playing a prank? There's no way, right?
I really should have uploaded this video that I have of 2 people whose names are really James Bond in real life. There's one white guy named James Bond and one black guy named James Bond.
I just saw that. I was wondering, was that a prank? But that's real.
That's real. And the white guy, they both got arrested because the cops were literally thinking that they were being smartasses. Do you know that the black man whose real name was James Bond, they found the charge and sent him to jail because he laughed, and they said the way he presented it in some type of way. So just to let you know, there is a judge out there who can make this happen. I say all that to say there is a judge. Or jury.
Yep.
Yet the cops had to be forced to go arrest an old ass white man that shot Rob Yard for going to the wrong
Remember
house.
Kansas City dude, Ralph Yard, the little young boy, he knocked on the wrong door. And it was during daytime. It was like regular, not 3 a.m, during regular hours. And they bang, got him. Yeah. I remember that.
What
There was a
America?
few. There was a few of those in the same. Within the same year.
No, I'm just thinking the jury. It's
If
hard.
they got
for
Tory,
me
they
to
can get
believe
anybody.
a jury would do that.
Look, I'm just gonna say
they got
this.
Tory. I believe it.
Show's way too serious. So we need Joe. The show got too serious yesterday. Where is Joe's barbecue?
Joe's barbecue.
Yeah, we need it.
Barbecue and foot massage. Joe's barbecue and foot massage. Better come down here, get some of this shit. You like to eat. America loves to eat.
All right, so a lot of people believe that a person's past is in their past, correct? Should you hold a person's past against them? Kamari, should you hold the person if the person has changed? Should you hold their past if they've changed? They've changed.
Is documented change?
It's documented. Their actions, their behavior, everything is documented change.
I would like to believe I could hold that true.
Hold that true. Dr. Arron Smith, do you feel the same if somebody has showed actual change? And nobody was murdered in this case. Nobody was killed. Actual change in behavior, change in their moral standards, change in their character. Would you still hold against them what happened in the past? Or a woman that you in a relationship?
I thought you were going to add smut it out. Yeah, to kill and all that. But you got to add, yeah. Because if it's my friends, I'll be friends with a former smut, but I'm not making my lady a former smut. So I won't hold it against them, but
you're already in
I'll
love.
hold them in arm's length from me.
You're already in love. This is 7 months in.
Well, she's a liar then. What the hell? I asked the right questions. Ain't no way you was just a full-time smut and I just happened not to know till 7 months later. Well, you gotta go. You still lying. You still have a smut behavior. You still for the streets.
In the past. Even if she switched the smut behavior, she changed.
I'm cool.
He said he's cool. Jay Black.
I'm with redemption. I'm with redemption though.
I already know Jay Black's answer, so I'm not gonna go there.
C. Wood said yes, you should. Ash Bass said depends on what the past is. So Ash she need more information. She need to know the totality of the sex. She need to know more. LaShawn said, well, in the perfect world, Mike. Yeah, in the perfect world, you should.
So let's just say a person had an OnlyFans back in the day. It's the OnlyFans, and you find out.
Oh no! Whoa!
Yeah, OnlyFans. Absolutely, you should hold. Well, damn, KJ said absolutely you should hold their past against them. There are some things that what is it? Irrevocable. Irrevocable.
Good word.
Shit.
That's a good word, KJ. Good word.
So Jay Black is holding things against people that ain't even that are good things. Like Jay Black will hold shit against you. You could have fed the homeless and he found out one of the homeless people had a crush on you. And he'd be like, nah.
It's who you are as a person deep down. Like, and it can come back out at any point. It's always in you.
For those who don't know, on Friday mornings, I do a segment on a radio station in Kansas City with a lady named Shay Moore. So she gives me a bunch of topics, and I gotta give my views and opinions on them. And this is one of the topics that she brought up. And this is a young lady that she brought up right here. And I want you to read the caption. It's just a still shot. I want you to read the caption on what this OnlyFans lady actually took part in. OnlyFans creator was hospitalized after sleeping with 583 men in 6 hours.
Saw that.
I've been bleeding a lot.
Dumb.
I'm gonna let the silence. Like, hold on, everybody just stay silent. I love this silence. Hold on.
I wonder how much she got paid for that.
Oh wait. Let's just let this sit here for a second. Hold on. Go ahead, y'all read that.
Yuck.
Listen, that OnlyFans got ran out.
Bleed, huh? You think? You say, and she has a boyfriend. What the? I guess he said, all money is good money. He said, I guess it's cool. Damn.
Yeah. Hey, we Christians, right? I don't know, Christians or whatever faith-based, whatever. We are supposed to, if a person changes.
Change.
I mean, listen, Cassie is married.
I forgive you. I forgive you.
Yeah,
That don't mean I'm gonna date you.
Come on.
I mean, Mike, so I asked this question of a lot of my guy friends.
That pH is
I'll
off.
ask it to y'all. Imagine we're all single. We're the same age. And you met Corinne Steffens and you really liked her. Would you date her?
Do I know?
Yes. Everything's
Mike think Corinne Steffens is cute. So yeah, Mike said that she was a cute. Mike would date Corinne Superhead.
No. Do I know?
No, everything's known.
They said
known.
Oh no. I couldn't.
You
I'm not
wouldn't
built.
date her.
No, I'm not. My insecurity. I'm not built. I
Jay?
can't. I'm but let you know
Jay,
right now.
what say
You said you were with Kim Kardashian with
Jay,
all these other people.
I said no. I
Jay,
specifically said no to that yesterday.
Jay, what would you do?
I don't know. You said everybody know.
Everybody know.
Cause I was trying to ask Mike that about Cassie, knowing what she went through and what
What would you do, Jay? What would you do? Would you date her?
For Corinne is an attractive lady.
So you would date her?
I mean, talk to Phil.
They said she's a dope person.
Everybody
said she's one of the dopest people that they ever met.
Yeah, y'all didn't see what Bow Wow said. He taught her how to wash laundry.
Yeah, the peer pressure.
All right, what about you, Dr. Aaron?
Everybody running through and knowing it. That's a lot.
A few people said she's a really nice person. I would hang out with her, but I wouldn't make her my girl. But I got a better one for you. What if somebody's past was that they dated my brother? She don't even got to be a smut, but your past is going to play into this and it's going to be held against you. No, you real cool, but you should date my man. I can't do it. That's an even better example. You ain't got to be a whore or nothing, but your past is going to play a part in my decision.
You couldn't be a part of the Jackson family then. What was it, Randy and Jermaine?
Yeah, we ain't passing around like that. We're not doing that. I don't care if it's 20 years later.
I'm gonna make a confession here. The reason I wouldn't deal with, I said Kim Kardashian, and I would marry her if there was something that I was getting out of it. Like if it was a porn right now, if there was money that I could make.
Alimony.
Yeah, if there's money I can make, I would. Like if I knew that I had a plan. If I had a plan, then I would.
Travis Hunter wife. He Travis Hunter wife. He plotting for years.
Yeah, like I guess she didn't have but I will say this on a regular person note. We're not talking celebrities, on a regular person note. How do I say this without should I say this? It's Friday. Should I okay.
The real name is Elizabeth. Lady Q tried to normalize Superhead, but go ahead.
I have dated people with sketchy passes.
Okay. I think we all have. We all have.
That I knew that this, yeah.
But it was no books out. It was nobody with the books how many times they've been ran through. And every entertainer, every athlete that talked about, that's a bit much. There's not footage floating out there that you can just bump into at any moment that somebody send you in your inbox. Like, that's a lot that you have to deal with.
But
and then
sometimes
that's in the past, leave it in the past.
And sometimes it's worse without books and when it's only known in certain circles, and there's certain places that you may have to go that these circles know.
And everybody giggling about you in the corner.
Thank you.
And I've been in those situations.
That's where I was going.
I've been in those situations. I know that they know that I know. Like for those who didn't think I'd like. Listen, as a comedian, you know.
Lady Q got you, Mike.
Yeah, y'all nasty ass men wanted women to marry y'all after y'all been slobbing, topping in DJ booths back in the day. Wait, but y'all do marry us.
Yes. Because like I said last week when I was talking to Envy, I think men and women are different.
But y'all do.
I'm one of those weird people that think men and women are different. So I'm not part of that. Everybody's the same thing.
I
think we have different responsibilities, different roles, different consequences. I believe men and women are different.
Y'all can call me cocky all you want. If I wanted to get married right now, if I wanted to, with all I could bring my past and do a one-man show and tell you. So don't put that on us.
We're not the same. We're not the same.
You dated a stripper, huh, Mike? You dated a stripper before?
I mean, hey, allegedly.
He's in love with a stripper.
For a couple nights. Just for a couple of nights. Just for a weekend or two.
going to the Comfort Inn with random club bitches. That's like she calling you.
Hey, Comfort Inn. Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing?
That's all alleged. Wait.
That's all
wait. That's all.
It's time for action. Yeah.
Thanks you for joining the Takeover Legends. It's time for No Lies Detected.
Those are alleged. That's all alleged. Wait. Okay.
You don't say no judging someone's past. She
No. But men are looked down upon when they don't have a lot of experience. Women look down upon when they have too much experience. We all know the difference in terms of our stock, even in terms of age. Our stock goes up, y'all stock goes down. Y'all is dopest at like 20, we're dopest at like 40. Like, let's not act like anything's the same. Nothing is the same. Our biology ain't the same in terms of how we respond and all the soul ties and how the DNA of every man you've ever been with is still inside you and affects you emotionally. Like, that don't happen to a dude. Like, let's not act like this is the same thing at all.
We're not saying
there's no risk of us getting pregnant.
We're not saying nothing is fair here. I'm just gonna tell you the reality of this. If I try and holler at a woman and I got my UPS mail store shirt on and my name tag, if I try and holler, my chances are very iffy, right? Very iffy. But if I try and holler at the same woman after I finish tearing down a sold out comedy club, my chances go up.
Stock went up.
Stock goes up.
Stock went up. What up, Elijah? Yeah, this is a different stream.
This is a different stream. We talk real. It's money, it's doctor stuff, it's smart stuff, it's gangster stuff, it's ghetto stuff, it's everything. We cover everything on this stream.
You could be a woman working at McDonald's and pull a millionaire as a woman, not as a man. Yep. Like we have different advantages. Everybody has their own advantages.
Easy ass.
Tiger Woods' wife was a freaking babysitter. She got hundreds of millions of dollars and she was a babysitter. What man that's babysitting could pull a billionaire or a multimillionaire? Nobody. So don't. It's like when it favors them to be different, they have nothing to say. But then when it doesn't favor them, it's like, oh, we're different. Yes, we're different both times. Keep the same energy.
I'll give you one better. Princess Diana was watching people's kids. Princess Diana was watching people's kids. She was a host. Princess. She was a hostess as a restaurant. There's no disrespect to that. And guess what she wanted to be in? The Princess of England.
So Pretty Woman is real.
Yeah.
Every day.
Because when I meet,
it's a movie, Jay. It's a movie, Jay.
When I meet,
that one. Okay, I'm still thinking of women. Thinking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, they got it easy.
Indeed, we different. Let's call a spade a spade. Financial anatomy.
That's my guy. Yeah.
Oh, shout to you. Listen.
Arnold's housekeeper. That's what I was saying.
It just happens. That is just the way of the world. What's right and what's real are two different things. It just is. But back to but she came from that family wasn't built like that. She wasn't part. She was the outlier. Her sister was the one killing the game. She wanted to be more involved. No, she was pretty.
Thank you. Like you said, what's real? Let's be real. Let's be real about why. Nicole Brown Simpson was not on the level of OJ was one of the best athletes in history, and Nicole Brown Simpson was what? Cute. Done deal. Cokehead, effing his friends, all that cute. That's all that mattered.
That's all it takes.
That's it. The double standard.
And that's the advantage. That's the advantage y'all have. So we got the advantage of growing and increasing in value. We have the advantage of having a past and not affecting us the same way. Y'all got advantages too. Stop trying to get every advantage. Just be happy with the advantages you got. Know that you have some and we have some, and that we're different. And then we'd be okay, because every other group seems to understand this and not have an issue. It's just black people that's like, I want all the advantages. I mean, every time you got one, I want to bring it up as a problem.
Kim Kardashian was Paris Hilton's assistant. She was an assistant.
True.
And was caught on tape getting smashed out by a B-list R&B singer, Brandy's brother, and now she's a billionaire.
She's a billionaire. You can't.
Your claim to fame was getting smashed by a one-hit wonder.
I think he had two. One wish.
What was the second? Oh, wait a minute. You're right. Wait a minute. And one wish. One wish and wait a minute. Wait a minute with Lil' Kim. You right. A two-hit wonder. I'll put some respect on Ray J name. I'll put some respect on Ray J catalog.
We got to put respect on his name because Ray J in LA seems to have a lot of influence.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. No, he's still Ray J. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the time, he wasn't known for making billionaires or nothing like that. So
The fact that she came up on that sex tape, which would have been career ending for a lot of other people, a lot of black women. Remember, Vanessa Williams got caught. They took her crown for the Miss USA when she got caught in the Playboy joint. So for black women, it don't work like that. They don't get sex tapes and blow up the same way and become billionaires. Who's a black billionaire right now? It's a black woman that made it with a sex tape anyway. None.
So
Dr. Smith, tell me racism impacts sex too. Damn. What a novel. What a fraud.
What's real? What's real?
You understand why the woman diagnosed the lady from yesterday with postpartum, and men don't get that double standard? No, that wasn't the point. The point was we don't get diagnosed for our actions. When we do something wrong, y'all just say it was wrong. We don't get a medical diagnosis from people who've never been in medical school.
Listen, man, I play a doctor on social media every day.
Like, I'm cool with the double standards. And yes, and that video we saw was the typical was an experimental test on how a double standard is set. A woman drops a child in the car seat, throws the child out the car with the car seat because she didn't get the clothes that she wanted. She speeds off, and the first thing y'all do is say she must be going through something. That wouldn't be
it wouldn't be for the man.
Wow.
It wouldn't be for the man. That's the double standard. So you prove my point. Yes, that's the double standard. That doesn't prove your point.
Dr. Arron eloquently just broke down double standards and how they're real. They're real. I never said they weren't real.
That's very real.
I'm cool with the double standard in society as
but
long
the
as
problem
I know the
is,
rules of the game.
But the older women knew the game, Mike. Older women were like, these men are more likely to die earlier and risk their lives and get the money. We stay at home, get to be with our children and have free time to talk to our friends and live our lives. We ain't going to trip on a stupid feminist agenda that's telling us to go out to work. We find right here. The women in the 50s, despite all the problems, there was a lot of inequality, a lot of sexism, a lot of abuse. But as far as the roles was not the issue. The abuse was the issue. The inequality was the issue. The sexism was the issue. The issue was not, I get to stay home. Women was cool with that part. These young, stupid women started listening, especially black women, to white feminists who didn't even want to be around men in the first place. And now they looking back like, damn, now we out here working 80-hour weeks and all this. And we fought for this. And Beyonce went and told us to be single. And now she got twins and kids and stay with her cheating husband. I feel like we've been, stupid. We got roles and we got lanes, and you should have stayed in yours. And now you're out here working and dying like us and getting beat up and locked up and pulled over when you could have been safe at home chilling. And all you had to really stop was the abuse and the sexism, not the roles that you're supposed to occupy.
Now, Ryan, shout to you. Ryan said, I have no idea how my algorithm got me here. And that's a he, right? Is that I want to make sure.
Yeah, I think it's a he. Him,
and he emphasized, I have no idea how in the fuck I got here.
Puerto Ricans get on my timeline? Like, how did I get
why
here?
is that guy driving while he's a guest on the podcast? That's all the stuff that Ryan didn't get.
What is going on here?
I read your mind. Your mind. He said, but I agree with almost everything y'all. Hold on, Dr. Smith. But I agree with almost everything you're saying, and we like you too, Ryan. Everybody say what's up to Ryan.
What up, Ryan? Yeah. we need one episode. Everybody should be driving.
We agree. Pretty cute. Well, thank you. We agree.
Man, that'd be the angle.
Everybody say what's up to Ryan. Ryan, we hope you come back. Ryan? We're here Tuesday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. The algorithm is dangerous, y'all. You never know what could pop up. Like the algorithm. Know. When you think you got the algorithm figured out, it pops some shit up. Go ahead.
With that said, right, so Ryan came through my feed. Everybody, make sure y'all follow Michael Sean. Make sure you follow, what is it, Takeover Legends?
Michael Sean and the Takeover. There you go.
We need to get his followers and subscribers up here.
Ryan laughing
at the first podcast to do a car cast. Yeah, that's our thing. You know what I'm saying? We do car cast and podcast.
I don't even know. I think
he said, "Yep, I'm a dude.
I think Dr. Smith should literally be talking with the hidden.
Somebody clicked the link and they shaking their head. Somebody click because you know we're open for it. Turn your phone to the side so we can see you. Turn the side.
What is this? Who is that?
I don't know. Somebody her name. Oh, it ain't spinning. All right, well, you can turn it back. There you go. Her name is Cam. It says Cam Riley.
No, Mike. This is Kay.
Oh, this is Payday.
This is Payday.
I just got a jump
Okay,
in
all right.
because I totally disagree with what you said about women in the workforce. That's not why women had to jump into the workforce. We had to because of the war. And honestly, if you think about, I mean, I respect your education. You're very literate, and you've done your history, you've done the work. But women, we had to fight to actually work because our men got killed in the war. And honestly, if you think about that time, women were owned by their husbands. So we could not work without the authority or the authorization of our husbands. That's why we had to advocate for us to go into the workforce so we can make money in order to feed our kids. And it continued on throughout generations. So your statement about, oh, women cried and wanted to work and now we feeling sorry for ourselves and want to be stay-at-home moms, that's not how it started. But
Wait
I
a
got to
second.
drop.
Wait.
Y'all have a good day.
Wait, K-Day,
She
K,
said,
you
I'm
gotta
out.
go.
She's a,
You gotta go.
she's a sniper. She's
Oh,
a sniper.
she's a sniper, but before she goes,
Wait,
before she
there's
goes,
points. There's
okay,
points that
wait,
are
Dr.
true.
Smith, wait, Dr. Smith,
Yeah,
wait.
but your one main point, you stood firmly on that one main point and made it seem like that was the whole foundation and basis as to why women wanted to be into why women had to enter into the workforce. No, we were forced into the
It
workforce
is
because of
no
the war. And then
second wave feminine.
generationally,
Second wave.
I popped on, but
There's
I'm
two
gonna let
different
you finish
periods.
when I pop off.
Okay.
But secondly, when if you think about the African American legacy and history about us women having to work, that also like stemmed a totally different topic because now we're in the Vietnam War where our men came back on drugs, they were killed, and we by the government assistance, they were not allowed to be in the household. So it didn't just start with women wanted to advocate because we wanted to make more money and we got tired of sitting at home and taking care of the kids. We had to because
I
men
didn't
were
say it
not
started
here.
that way though. Like,
okay, so
but I didn't
Think
say it
about
started
World
that
War
way.
One and World War Two. They were the
I
men.
didn't say it started. I didn't say it started that way. I didn't
But
say that
if
though.
you
That's
think
why I
about the
want to get to
women's
while you're here.
rights, go
I
ahead.
didn't say that though. That's the point I want to make. I didn't say it started that way. So I'm well aware of the Black Rosies as they called them, like Maya Angelou and Ruby Dee were both active in the war
It's
effort,
way
and a lot of
before
Black
that. You
women.
got to think about
I
the
know
40s and
Black women have always worked. Let's be clear. I know plantation
talking
history. I know
about
antebellum
women's
history. Black
rights
women have
as
always
a
worked.
whole. Women's rights as a
I'm
whole.
talking.
Women's
I'm
rights started
talking.
with the white women and then it filtered down to the Black women.
Yes,
You got to go back
yes.
to World
Now
War
we're having the
One
same
and World War
conversation.
Two.
okay, all right, now stop right there.
We
My
just
bad.
mentioned World War One and Two.
All right,
Okay. Well,
stop
we
right
mentioned
there.
World War One and World War Two.
Stop, Doc, stop. Wait 1 second. K-Day, I just want to tell you, you are the full package, and I see why your baby dad will always fix anything that needs to be fixed in that damn
I
house.
need these lights.
What are you doing, Mike? She came on
Mike.
to have a real
God
conversation.
bless. No,
But
she is intelligent. I did not think K-Day was going to come on like this when we first got her. And I profiled you, K-Day, and I apologize. I 1000% apologize. That is amazing that your intellect, that's amazing. Dr. Aaron Smith, now go. I just wanted to give her the
all
compliment.
right.
Now go.
Y'all have a good day, guys.
All right, see
Yes.
you, K. Thanks for
Bye.
popping on. Thanks. Thank you. But yeah, anyone can click
Yes.
the link. We
So
put
the
YouTube
premise,
link out there. Go ahead.
the premise of my argument was not that this is how it started. That's why the premise was faulty. To say that this is how it started would mean that Black women weren't working in white women's homes for over 150 years. We all watched The Help. They had part 1 and part 2. We all watched 12 Years a Slave. We've seen Django with Kiara. Like, we know that Black women have always worked and had a very the convergence of white women and Black women's history was around second wave feminism, where we were arguing about race consciousness and race first, and white women were trying to bring Black women into the fold in this feminist gender related effort. That's why we get the myth of the super macho. We get Gloria Steinem, right? We get these battles where Black Panthers and other Black women were saying, we're not operating according to a gender paradigm, we're operating according to a racial paradigm, because that's why we're oppressed. The world we live in today is not the result of Black women in the war effort. The world we live in today, in terms of equality, the conversations about equality are conversations about feminism. That's why people say, I'm a Black male feminist. That's why women say, of all colors, I'm a feminist. The reality of today, this is what's real. The reality of today is the feminist movement is what results in the way that we talk about and engage women in the workforce today. So the way that women entered the workforce in this most recent wave was the result of mostly white women, whether you're talking about Susan B. Anthony making a Black woman walk in the back and the suffrage movement, all the way up to now, second wave feminism and first wave feminism, white women talking about equality when black women's history and priorities were totally different. And a lot of black women and others bought into second wave white woman feminism. And that's why they're in the situation they're in now, because a lot of their problems deal more with being black than they do with being a woman, especially systemically. And this whole idea of men owning their women, again, you're talking about white people. When in history did black men ever own black women? Like, that's not, there's certain things that aren't factual, certain things aren't what I said. But yes, I still stand firm. Second wave feminism, these white women got y'all out here on this feminist equality tip that ain't serving you. That's why we getting divorced. We out the house. Kids is 70% no dads. We bought into somebody else's dream of what we should do instead of doing what we were doing, which was working. And it has nothing to do with World War I and World War II or the plantations, because those dynamics, we still had our families intact. After the plantation, after World War I, after World War II, up to the 70s, we were still married at a higher rate than whites. So something happened after all that stuff you were talking about. That's what we got now. So what we got now is the result of what happened after all that. All that is cool, but it ain't impacting now. Now is the single mothers and single fathers and the women in the workforce and second wave feminism and people thinking like white people and looking back at history like you was at war with us and we owned y'all. No. We was at war with white supremacy and on an auction block together and in the slave quarters together. But now, according to the way they tell the history, women had to fight the men and the men owned the women. Come on, man.
Okay,
black men ain't never owned issue in this country.
Everything you just said and everything she just said, I appreciate what both of y'all said, but I understand why there's a man walking around Philly talking about K-Day like this.
She mine.
I'm back to K-Day. Oh God.
And I mean no disrespect, but J Black, you can't tell me that you thought when K-Day popped on that R&B superstar was gonna pop on that screen looking.
She mine.
We're not gonna overlook that on a Friday. I know what y'all saying is meaningful. Everything y'all saying, and that's the type of thing that this show needs that I can't provide, is intellectual conversation, is back and forth between a man and a woman who both can hold their own and speak their piece and give their views and opinion. But damn it,
she mine.
You right now.
I got you behind on all the comments, by the way.
I don't give a fuck about the comments.
She mine. What is you talking?
Somebody walking around.
No, Ryan just popped in to support the show, so read his comments. Just keep on. Let's go.
Ryan know what it is. Ryan know what it is. Right? Women also don't want a guy that's gonna get in trouble, then leave to go to jail or out for a pack of cigarettes, while black or yellow doesn't matter. White, black, or yellow doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Second wave white feminism, a term that I can search to learn more about it. Lady Q wants to do homework this week.
Is that legit? The second wave white feminist?
Yeah, people argue there's two waves. You know, the Gloria Steinem will be considered second wave, and they have like even a modern wave now that they describe. But different iterations of these messages and these movements.
Look up CIA's involvement in feminism.
Hey.
Oh yeah, CIA Gloria Steinem, when she's admitting it on YouTube. You can watch her admit that she would work with the CIA.
I got you, Doc.
And that's another reason why I'm so passionate and adamant, because I'm like, yo, y'all talking, but these movements are actually sometimes led by the CIA, getting black women on board, talking against black men. And it's like, yo, the CIA is against both of us. Chill with all that, because you lost in the sauce thinking that you're arguing a point when really the whole point is for us to argue.
Let me read K-Day's comment. Before I read that, I would like to say, K-Day, that profile pic don't even do you justice. And that's a good profile pic. This is why, let me give a round of applause. I know it's serious on Friday.
Read the comment.
Read the comment. I just sent her the link. Every day. Wait a second. Let me read the statement that black men did have rights over their wives. We couldn't even get our own bank accounts in the 50s and 60s without consent by our husbands. All right, who do we have on?
We got C Woods. Mike.
What up, Woods?
She usually watches on Facebook. She's usually on Facebook, but she clicked the YouTube link. She on YouTube.
All right, let us know what you got to say. Go ahead, girl.
Okay, so I understand the argument about feminism because every movement goes from one point to another. That's what a movement is supposed to do. That's why it's called a movement. It's not one point. It is something, but the movement is not the reason why men are not in the house. Men are choosing to not be in the house. Okay? Men are choosing to make families and then bounce. That is what men are choosing.
What men? I'm in a house.
I didn't say all. Where did I say all?
I got kicked out my house.
What you do though? What you do though?
Don't worry about me. I'm not a good example. Go ahead. I'm not a good example. Go ahead.
So while movements are supposed to change, we're supposed to have the ability to still live once circumstances happen. That is what the movement was created for. So if a man creates a child and it moves on, back in the day, that woman was screwed. She was homeless. She had to live with her parents, and her child had to do the same thing, so forth and so on. Now that feminism gave women the ability to go to work or choose to be a stay-at-home mom, feminism gave us the right to be human. That's all it did. Now, things are going to change based on the way circumstances change. And that's exactly what happened. Men decided to not be in the home. Men decided it's still based off of what men, and again, I didn't say all men, a large number of men have ended up doing. And as stated before, a lot of men ended up on drugs. A lot of the men ended up in jail, and not saying it was for any fault of their own, simply for being a black man in the wrong place at the wrong time.
All right, let Dr. Smith respond to that. What you just said. Let him respond. Dr. Smith, you respond. I'll be right back. Y'all respond. Y'all go ahead.
Well, I would definitely challenge the notion, especially since you just brought up the whole notion of the CIA, that's what the movement was for. I think we need to really interrogate what the movement was actually for. Because if the CIA is involved in the origins of these movements, then the movement was not for what most people think they're for. And most people just don't realize who these movements, who the players are in these movements. The other part is, I always argue individuals versus institutions. I don't think anybody could argue that the war on drugs and Reaganomics was less of a reason than men just deciding not to be in the home. The narrative is that all of a sudden these men in the 70s who were all just in the house more than white men just all got up and left disproportionately of any other group of people.
We're not
That's why you got to study
now. We're talking about right now. We're talking about now.
You said, but what? This is a result of Reaganomics and people from back when Claudine, the movie, that if you can't have a man in the house, because if you're raised in a house without a father, you're exponentially more likely to be a man that's not in the house when you are a father. So the point is, when did the shift happen? When did black people go from being the most married and most in the house to being the least in the house? And that was a systemic governmental issue, because Reaganomics has said, and all that welfare queen stuff, we won't give you your check if a man is in the house. That was government policy. And at the same time, we got the influx of crack cocaine in the community, which is basically biological warfare and a genocide in urban environments, then compounded with mass incarceration. So you mentioned drugs, you mentioned jail, you mentioned not being in the home. I'm giving you systemic government policies and actions that resulted in what we have today. It's not just people making a decision like, oh, I'm tired of this. My dad was here his whole life, but I just want to go out in the corner. No, that doesn't even make sense. It's not plausible. But people still are feeding these narratives, and these are the narratives white people push. White people pathologize us and say things like, we just don't want to be there. So when black women repeat these narratives, I get concerned, because black women know better that men didn't just get up and look around their families and walk outside the house like a zombie movie. But over and over, we hear this kind of narrative. Y'all just didn't want to be here. Yeah, we got to wake up. You're talking like the white man. That's not who we are.
Let me jump in real quick. The suffrage movement, which was the fight for women's equality, and feminism are two different things. And so we don't want to mix and mingle those two because they're different. And yes, there was a lot of mistreatment of women. No one can disprove that. That's a fact in history. But with feminism, that got hijacked, that got manipulated. And a lot of times, even with white feminists and black feminists, they totally ignore black feminists. Or black women's issues. So, we shouldn't, in my opinion, we shouldn't really play that game.
All right.
You want to read Craig?
Craig said, some of you, when it starts off with this, some of you women are making poor choices in men, so women must take responsibility. And the doctor is right. Government policy force women to push men out the house for a check. All right. Any other comments?
But here's the thing. Women would not have to force to do that if men were making the money. Period. If a man was in the household,
why weren't men making the money?
You over me because you've already done it. Don't talk over me. You've already done it.
We're in trouble now.
She clapping.
I'm trying to talk.
Let me give her the solo
Like
shot.
I said, if the man was bringing home the money, nothing about the welfare state would be able to carry anything. Okay. So that is why I brought up the other circumstances, not to give you an out, to let you know, oh, it's okay for you to not be in the home. I'm saying that these are circumstances we do have to at least admit did happen. However, we are now in what year? 2025. And yes, I did have to check mine because I'm still in 2024. But there are still plenty of single parent homes. And now we can go back to, oh, well, women are making poor decisions. That's because there are less good decisions out there. You can't tell me there's a man out there that's been every woman he's dealt with a good decision. There's not a man out there. The same way there's not a woman out there that every man that dealt with her said she was a good decision.
Okay, so just so we can get back, right? Because I'm lost.
Kamari, I'm gonna go to you. I'm gonna go to you right now. Let me just read K-Day because K-Day.
No, the financial,
anatomy. The environment was changed to direct Black people into making these unfavorable decisions. Go ahead, another comment. K-Day said, I think that's what we are saying, Dr. Smith. There are multiple factors across generations that have impacted the Black household. Another one, Afro Queen said, good point. Shelly said, K-Day, I'm with you. True. Lady Q, was it men couldn't be in the house or they couldn't be unmarried in the home? Don't know. Okay, now I'm going to go to Kamari.
And then married in the home. That was what it was.
I'm going to go to Kamari, then I'm going to go to Dr. Smith. Kamari, what did you want to say?
So, G, I just want to make sure I'm tracking, right? So are you saying feminism is now on point because men were just bad throughout the whole thing? Or are you saying that? I'm asking, this is a clarifying point because I'm lost in this conversation now. I don't know where we're going, so I'm just asking.
Okay, so as I've always chatted in, feminism is allowing women to have a choice.
Black feminism or white feminism? Do you acknowledge they're different? So you're saying it's all the same?
Feminism.
So you're saying it's all the same? Okay, you're saying it's all the same.
Feminism was allowing women to have a choice.
All right, Dr. Smith. Now let me go to Dr. Smith because we're about to wrap up. I'm not trying to cut you off. Well, go ahead. Finish your statement. Finish your statement. Because we got 2 minutes. I gotta get to work. Y'all made me late.
Clap at him. Said Kamari with the slow flow. Gave Mike the look. He was coming in hot. All right, go ahead.
I love it.
I would just like to introduce the term womanism because a lot of Black women don't know that there is an alternative to feminism called womanism because many Black women didn't feel like feminism was for them. So I would encourage them to read up and learn about womanism because there's a reason why these Black women did not take to the term feminism in the feminist movement. And it's really not for you. So to advocate for it is baffling. But I can chop it up next week and show you how the CIA agents and all the different things that happen as a result of this. And to think that in any way that this isn't systemic and the way that these conversations always end up isn't the end goal and by design, I just urge people to wake up because it's really just to divide people and to give confusion. Because like Amari said, I'm lost. That's the whole point. We get confused, we go down rabbit holes, and we get separated. And if the feminist conversation is what does that, then we need to critique the feminist movement because other conversations don't do that, and other topics and movements don't do that. So if you have a problematic movement, you have to look at it and think, although there might be some perks in the problematic movement, overall, is it best for us? And there's no amount of
That's the sad
I thought you said don't talk over nobody. I thought you said don't talk over nobody.
Listen, you talked over me, and
hey! I'm doing it for Tori.
I'm doing it for Tori.
I'm doing it for Tori. You said don't talk over nobody and jump right in.
Keep your eyes on the road, Dr. Aaron. We need you, brother.
I'll give the last word. She proved my point.
What point were you making? There was no
this is what we're gonna do next week. Today's Friday.
I love this.
First of all, thank you for taking that link. I want to let y'all know this is what I'm talking about. If y'all have a problem with the show, if y'all have a different view, we put the link up and we put people on it, whether they agree with us, don't agree with us. I don't care. I want to give everybody a platform to state their point and to feel like they're really part of the show. You ain't gonna get other podcasts that are just putting out the link to just put people on, and y'all deserve to be put on because y'all support the show. Thank you, Mama. Because we got to wrap up. We're gonna start this again on Tuesday. Is that cool? You gonna have a great weekend?
Is that cool, C Woods? You good?
Oh, I'm always good. I'm down to argue, and I don't hate anybody. Aaron,
Down to argue.
we went to Temple. I went to Temple too. I have my master's in education and everything.
You,
so
you
I went
stand
to
up.
Temple as well.
There's a lot of Temple up in here.
I got my
We need a moderator though, Mike. Mike, you have to be the moderator.
No, I'm gonna start putting I'm gonna bring a clock.
Timer. Yes.
I'm gonna bring a timer.
Exactly. Because
I got my
I know from my line of work, people say I've been in many situations with don't cut me off, then I get cut off. So I know how this works. That's why I laugh so hard when it happened. And we talk about the double standard between men and women. So just know that whatever you ask for, that's what we respect. We respect and expect as well. So when you say don't cut me off, then when the other person's talking, you can't chime in. Just rules of debate. But that's the point we proved today with the whole double standard.
Financial Anatomy said, for future reference, where is the link in case I catch?
It's in the comment section. All you do is double click on the link or hold it down. It's in the comment section for the future.
He knows how to use
it. So it's there. Like a Lady Q screaming TU, LaShawn TU. How many master's degrees you got though, Dr. Smith? Because I think people forget that. You got PhDs and
he's a doctor.
Can you talk for a little bit?
He's a doctor.
But I remember I Googled it and I was like, damn, I didn't realize. I think it was like 4 or something. It was like something crazy. How many you got?
Dr. Aaron Smith, ain't none worse than somebody with no degree trying to gas somebody up with a bunch of degrees. Ain't none worse.
How many you got? Talk your talk. I want to get it out there.
No, I got five degrees, but the problem with that is you realize quickly that most people have real lives and they're not sitting in their office all day. So most intellectuals have a very difficult time having regular conversations because it separates you, whether it's the words you use, the themes and theories you're familiar with. So you start to realize that the real benefit is like Malcolm X was able to make it plain. So the real power, the real gift is the fact that I can relate it to ratchet stuff and break it down to free Tory. The gift is not the big syllable words and all the abstract people nobody's ever heard of. The gift is I can say, you prove my point, and people listening can be like, ha ha ha, because they understand everything we were talking about earlier today was kind of encapsulated in the double standard that was displayed in the exchange. It's those kind of moments that distill, your theoretical philosophies in a more impactful way than for me to use big words to talk about my degrees. But yeah, free Tory.
Everybody make sure you subscribe. Michael Sean in the Takeover Legends.
Please
That's
like
how
and
you get these
subscribe.
conversations every day.
So
That's how you get
Tuesday,
these conversations every day. And turn on notifications, y'all.
So Tuesday, we all gonna come back Tuesday. Everybody
we're all
gonna
gonna
come back Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And I'll send the videos in the meantime, so you can have the clips ready with all the CIA stuff. And we'll see if they still want to support the movement after they find out that there's still political prisoners in jail and all that other stuff. And the CIA had a lot to do with all those differences and separations.
Listening is powerful.
And this is what I love about the show. We get a lot of people's opinions. We get information. We get passion. We get to see people have a dialogue in a place that they can go through Tuesday through Friday. They can come to Tuesday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And, I take a lot from this show. This starts my day. It sends me off to my 9 to 5 and sends me off to my comedy shows. A lot of things that I heard and I saw today will affect me, but none will touch seeing K-Day.
K-Day, I knew it. I knew
it too. I was ready.
K-Day, Asha, you in trouble, Asha. You in trouble. Asha, you in trouble.
No, wait. I'm not saying Asha's in any type of trouble. Because Payday still got a baby father with a tool belt. So there's
the competition is too much. Yeah.
At my age, I have to put all the everything together. I'm like, hey, there's still a tool belt that could pop up at any time.
He had a hair flowing. Michael's like, oh, what's going on with the hair? The brown, whoa, time out.
When the hair was flowing, something about when the screen popped on, it was like she turned the wind machine on. And all of a sudden.
The Beyonce fan.
I couldn't believe brown skin cowboy Carter just jumped in the square. I couldn't
brown skin cowboy Carter.
Wait a minute, Jay, go back to that comment. The
Which
code.
one?
So he's got the tool belt and the code.
Oh yeah, he do have the code, Mike. Remember, you forgot
tool belt with a
code. He knew he got his own 4 digits. He got 23, 25. He got his own whatever he used. He got his own code.
Yeah, you gotta put that in. You know what I'm saying? Your checklist. Like you gotta understand. Yeah. All right. So this has been great, y'all. This has been great. I hope everybody had a good time.
We back.
We'll be back Tuesday morning. Everybody have a great, safe weekend. At Mike Sean Comedy. If you ever got a clip that you want to send me that you want to talk about, at Mike Sean Comedy on Instagram, DM me the clip. Facebook, if you're on my Facebook page, send me the way they send it on Facebook. Kamari, thank you. Dr. Arron Smith, thank you. Afro Queen, thank you.
We love you, Afro Queen. We love everybody that rock with us.
Every supporter. Once again, Coco, you're on our prayers, you and your family, for the loss of Otter the Pitbull. There will be no jokes until you tell us it's cool, until you say a gray sweatpants situation. I know you're back in your regular frame of mind. So when you say an inappropriate, then I know it's open, then we can go. Legs, thank you. Miss Parker, thank you. Miss Clark, I don't want to forget anybody. Stacy Mitchell, thank you. Everybody who supported the Takeover Legends, thank you. From Michael Sean, Jay Black, Kamari, Dr. Arron Smith, Armani, Sexy Mo, C. Chung, Trendsetter. To all y'all, love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. Understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in your life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anyone, anything, at any circumstance take it from you, because God got you. We are gone. Gone.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts.